In this video, I'm gonna tell you why everyone should take Deloads. My name is Neyfi Del Rosario and I am a holistic nutritionist here in New York City. And in this channel, I discuss everything about nutrition, fitness, and exercise that'll help you melt the fat off. And if you're into that, please consider subscribing. My mission is to inspire you to become the healthiest version of yourself using the power of nutrition. I also wrote a book, Basic Rules for a Healthy Lifestyle. In this book, I describe the basics of exercise, diet, and mental health. I'll leave a link down in the description to Amazon, and if you read my book, I'll really appreciate it. I am currently doing a deload week, right? I'm very surprised people in the gym don't actually do these, or they don't know about them, or they think they're a waste of time. But I'm here to explain to you what are they, how can you use them, and how often you should do a deload week. Before I tell you what is a deload, you must understand the concept of fatigue, right? So fatigue, it's something that accumulates over time. So every single time that you go to the gym and you lift heavy and you do your big movements like your squat, deadlifts, overhead press, bent over row, you're gonna accumulate a little bit of fatigue on your body. It's not only lifting weights. If you are like a long distance runner and you run a lot, you're also gonna accumulate fatigue that way. And even me that rides my bike, sometimes, my bike rides don't feel as fast as they should be. Over a course of a month or 2 months that you are training heavy, training very hard, very intense, doing your exercise and putting the best effort, your body is gonna accumulate so much fatigue that your performance is going to be decreased. So you're not going to feel as strong on your squats and your big movements and your deadlifts. And even if you go for the pump, your pump is not going to be as pumpy, and maybe your mind muscle connection will be there but it'll be a little bit off. And again, if you're a runner, you're going to be a little bit slower. If you're on your bike, you're going to be a little bit slower than average, right? So when you get to the point that your fatigue is built up in your body and you need to get rid of it, you take a deload week, right? So a deload week can be done in different ways, and everybody has different ways to do their deload week. And I've tried 2 different ways and they work pretty much the same, but I'm gonna tell you which one I prefer over the other. The first way and the most common way that you can take a deload is that you keep your reps and your sets the same, but you drop your load to 50%, right? For example, if you were doing 100 pounds on the bicep curl, now you're gonna do 50 pounds on the bicep curl, and you're gonna keep your rest, your sets, and everything the same. The only thing that you're doing different is lowering the weight. The second way that you can take a deload is that you're gonna keep the weight the same, but you're gonna drop the sets in half and you're gonna drop the reps in half. So let's say you do 100 pounds on the bicep curl, and you're gonna keep the 100 pounds of the bicep curls, but if you do 4 sets of 12, then you're gonna do 2 sets of 6. And the way that I prefer to deload in the gym is that I take the weight and I cut it in half, right? So I post every single week some of my workouts on Instagram, and you guys can follow it there. But every single time I do a deload week, I don't really post because most people don't want to see a person squatting 135. They want to see you squat the big boy weights. You're just gonna go to the gym and do half the weights that you would normally do. What this will do, instead of getting more fatigue, your fatigue will decrease because you're doing less weight or less reps or less sets, and you're taking it easy. And then when you do it, you're gonna be like, oh, this is super easy. Why am I doing this? And you need to remember, you're not going on a deload week to make gains or to hit PRs. And even in the middle of the deload week, you're gonna be like, oh my god, this is so easy, I want to get back into it, I want to do more. But don't do it. Wait until your deload week is done and go back, and next week, instead of being weaker, you might think you are getting weaker because you're doing less weight, you're gonna be way stronger. Even though it's called a deload week, you can do it for at least a week, but no more than 2 weeks, right? After 2 weeks, you might find yourself getting weaker and pushing less weight that you're supposed to. And then if you do it for like half a week and let's say, oh, I feel great, let me just go and do it, what's gonna happen is that the fatigue is not gonna away completely, right? So what I like to do with my deload weeks, I just go and I practice my form. I practice everything, right? Every single lift, I do it properly, good form. And then when I come back next week, which is gonna be tomorrow, so today's like the last day of my deload week, I'm gonna be stronger, I'm not gonna have fatigue, and I'm already, I'm gonna be excited and pumped up to go to the gym and do my exercises. Also, another way that someone would do a deload week is, take time off. They just don't go to the gym. This is especially if you're going on vacation and your vacation is gonna be like a week long. You just don't go to the gym for a whole week and take time off. And for some people that works, but for me, I love lifting weights. I love the environment. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, notification bell, because I'll be making videos like these every single week to inspire you to become the healthiest version of yourself using the power of nutrition. And if you want to learn something new, here are 2 videos in the screen that you can learn something new right now. I love every single one of you.